Driver View. It's your boy Driver View. Alright, got another story for you. So we're gonna talk about I'm still in training. So talk about when my trainer, she got mad at me. She was really pissed. So back in the day, this company, when you went through tolls, you had to pay for it and you had to wait for the reimbursement. So we're leaving from Chicago, we're going to Florida. So where the terminal at in Florida is in Dundee, Florida, which might have was considered Haines City, Florida. So we so she goes to sleep in the back. Me, I'm from there, so I'm like, man, I'm gonna ride all the way until I get to I-4. We're coming off the turnpike. So instead of me getting off on an exit before the I-4, which is no tolls, you good all the way on the turnpike, and when you get to a certain area, you got to go through the toll roads. So I'm like, man, I remember going down that road previously with her, and I'm like, man, I'm not finna do that. I'm finna drive all the way to I-4 and take I-4 and get off I-4 instead of going down that long road. The road, once you get off on that road, it was probably about 20 miles down the road on a 2-lane street. So I did not want to do that when I could go and get on I-4, get off on the exit, and go straight down, and it's maybe 10 minutes. So I decided to do that. Man, when I tell you, when she woke up and seen that I passed that exit, I didn't even make it to I-4. She just so happened to, she probably was up just looking. I might have been thinking she was sleeping because the curtains was open. But I passed the exit. As soon as I passed that exit, oh man, she was hot. I don't want to pay for no tolls. You should have got off right here. What you doing? I'm like, listen, I explained the same thing I just said. And that's what she told me. She was like, no, they reimbursed us for the tolls. And I don't have time to be going through all the reimbursement for my money. And so I like to get off on this exit and go straight down. I know it's quicker. I know it's less bull crap to go through, but hey, I want my money, and I don't have time to be fighting with them about my money. She was red. She was a white lady. I'm talking about her face was red. Red. She wanted to cuss me out. She didn't cuss me out, but I could tell she wanted to cuss me out really bad. But she calmed down and paid for the one toll that we had to go through and got off and made me go all the way around. So it probably put another 30 minutes on the ride instead of me getting off on that exit that we were supposed to. Put another 30-minute drive time on me. But you know, it is what it is. You know, I learned, you know, if she would have told me that ahead of time, because I don't like to mess with nobody's money, I would have got off the exit and just went down that long ass road at 40 miles per hour. I hated doing that. I hated it. So even when I got my own truck, I never went down that road. I always kept going on the turnpike and got off on I-4. I never got off that exit. Never. I hated it. It was the road. I can't explain how the road is, but if anybody who from Florida and been to Haines City off 27, you know what I'm talking about. Lights every 1 minute it's a light, then it's hills, and it's heavy traffic, because that's the only road people go traveling on 27. And I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. And I never did it. I just couldn't understand why put yourself through all that for a couple of dollars. But I get it. You don't want to go through the hassle. Being a owner operator myself, I understand. You don't want to go through the hassle. But when I became a company driver, oh man, I'm going right through the tolls. I was straight through the tolls. And the crazy thing about it, maybe a year later, 2 years later, the company started paying for the tolls for the truck drivers. So that was sweet. Matter of fact, she wasn't even an owner operator. The company still made company drivers pay for the tolls. They made company drivers pay for the tolls. So that was crazy about that. They made company drivers pay for the tolls. And yeah, so that I get. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't even a year later. Maybe a year. It was a month later. They switched the policy over. They switched the policy over to them paying for all the tolls, even company drivers, and even as a lease operator, they pay for the tolls. So that's a good thing. But yeah, that's another story I got for you. You know, hey, I made it through. She didn't cuss me out, and we was cool. But this your boy Driver View. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the follow button, leave comments. Hey, I'll get back to it when I can. But I'm out. Sweet.